Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining. ClickUp has just launched a version 4.0 with some significant changes. In this session, I'll walk you through four biggest improvements and show you a clear side-by-side comparison with ClickUp 3.0 so you can understand exactly what has changed. I'll keep everything practical and easy to follow so you can decide whether to switch your workspace over. There are four core pillars of ClickUp 4.0. Number one, global navigation. This is the most visible change. The entire left side of ClickUp has been redesigned, so you always have a consistent menu. Number two, planner. ClickUp has significantly upgraded the calendar and scheduling experience. It now handles multiple time zones, combined availability, focus time, and even video calls. Number third is ClickUp Brain. The AI assistant used to be hidden. Now has its own full page and a quick command bar you can open from anywhere. Number four is Team Hubs, a completely new interface for seeing your people, their workload, activity, and team updates. We look at each of the 4 points in detail and compare it with the previous ClickUp version. How to enable ClickUp 4.0. Only admins and owners can turn on ClickUp 4.0 for a workspace that is still on 3.0. So if you're actually just installing ClickUp, you don't have to worry. It'll be installing the new version. So, but if you were using the previous version and the new ClickUp version has come out, so there are choices for them, which we are discussing. So new workspaces created after the launch already have 4.0 enabled by default, as you discussed. So we can update the settings in the settings folder. We have the ClickUp 4.0 option, and you'll see two options: enable only for yourself or enable for everyone in the workspace. So usually, you should enable it for yourself first so that you can see the changes and then explain it to the team while updating their workspace settings. So let's start global navigation. This is the first thing people notice when they open the ClickUp 4.0. There is now a permanent vertical global navigation bar on the far left. It stays open no matter what you're doing in ClickUp. You can pin or unpin the items you want. For example, spaces, chats, whiteboards, dashboards. The home sidebar is now fully customizable. You can choose exactly what areas there are: inbox, assign, comments, and changes only affect you, not the rest of the team. So this is a personalized area. Changes made only make an impact on you. You can create personal sections, and the overall navigation feels much more cleaner and more, we could say, formal. So the key benefits is that you can now organize ClickUp the way your brain works, not the way the software forces you. So any updates you're comfortable with, you're good to update them and change them. So let's move on to the planner upgrades. The planner received several practical upgrades that make scheduling much smoother. So we have multiple time zones. You can now see people's availability across different time zones in one view. So this is really helpful for international teams. We have the combined availability option. So instead of checking each person's calendar separately, ClickUp can show you overlapping free slots so you can book meetings much faster. We also have the AI note taker. So ClickUp can automatically take notes during meetings. So the era of manual minutes and notes, that's over with the AI note taker. So we also have the focus time and out of office. So you can block focus time so people know not to schedule it over it. So we can put time slots which we don't want to have meetings, and the software will comply. We even have link events to tasks or docs. So we can connect a meeting directly to a task or document. So this keeps the context together. So we also have the built-in video call. In the planner, you can start Google Meet meetings, Zoom meetings, or we can sync up with ClickUp's own video call option. So ClickUp Brain, this is the AI option. So previously in 3.0, Brain was powerful, but it was hidden. You had to search for it. So many users didn't even realize that a new AI option is now available. So in ClickUp 4.0, the experience is quite different. Brain now has its own dedicated page that you can open from the global navigation. So even better, you can press the space bar from almost everywhere in ClickUp and the AI command opens instantly. So this makes asking questions much easier. You can enter prompts in the ClickUp Brain and you'll get updates from the data in the task created. So Team Hub is also an important feature. So in the previous version, it was relatively basic. You could see people and some activity. So the team was performing, but it was quite limited. So with ClickUp 4.0, you have team profiles. You can see the full list of team members, their titles, who their manager is, and what they are currently, and whether they are currently online. We can also see individual profiles, and we can also view team feeds. So there are also other improvements. We have improvements in My Tasks. So this has become more personalized. So you can clearly see what's due today in your bucket and what's due in a few days. So it has more visibility for the user. We have the task layout. So the overall task view is cleaner and less overwhelming. We have scheduled messages option where we can type a message and it would go after a specific time. For example, after 20 minutes or after 2 hours or 2 days, and we can schedule those messages. And the performance, the client chat in particular loads much faster. So there have been upgrades to the speed of many of the tasks, which took much longer. And instead of pop-ups, you now get a clean save view option when you make changes. So small changes, but it feels quite modern. So you can also attach bookmarks in order to save any task or file you want. So should you upgrade to the new ClickUp 4.0? Well, certainly yes. Most teams should move to ClickUp 4.0, but do it thoughtfully. So best practice is to look at to it for yourself. You spend a few 2 to 3 days on it, and after that, gradually, implement the new changes in the workspaces of your team. So let's now move on to the practical session. All right, team, let's start with the practical implementation of the features of ClickUp 4.0. So you see on the left-hand side, this is a new column. This is called the navigation column, the global navigation column. So there are a number of options over here. We can also pin some of these and put them in this column. So if you want more, there are a number of options which are not available in this panel. So let's go over them one by one. First, let's go to the main panel, or the first feature in the panel, which is the home feature. So you can see it has a number of details. It has the inbox details. It has, you can add your own spaces over here. So let's start. So we can customize our own section over here. So let me write Omer's personal projects. So we've created a space for ourselves. We can add sections over here. So I'm looking for the more options. Here, there. So we can customize. So we can decide what we want to see for the other column, which is right besides the navigation column. So we can see my tasks. We can also enable chat activity. So there's a big list to choose from. So we can customize for the navigation panel, for the home panel, for the sections. We can also change the themes. So there are a wide range of options to choose from. So next, let's look at the tasks. So these are the tasks assigned to a particular person. So we can view the tasks assigned to me. We can also see the tasks which are overdue. And we can also add personalized lists over here. So these are the personal details of any team member. So we can see all the statuses of any of his tasks. They could be in different spaces, but he'll be able to see a bird's eye view of status from this side. Next, we have the chat option also. Here it is. So this gives you an overview of the messages that you've sent. It also gives you a calendar. So this is also a bit handy. It's not used by many team members, but it has certain features. Next, we also have the AI feature, which is also called the brain feature. So we can, ask anything regarding the tasks in our workspace. So let me ask which tasks are overdue and which tasks were completed on time. So this will update the status in a few moments. Here we are. We have overdue tasks, and we have tasks which were completed on time. And we also can ask for the details. So next, we also have the planner option. Okay, the planner option has to be configured with Google Calendar. It's not configured currently at my end, but what this does is that this has a number of upgrades from the previous version 3.0. This supports multiple time zones. It combines availability for meetings. It also has an AI note taker. So we can search for people who want to schedule a meeting. We can see the availability. We also have two options, the focus time out option and the busy option. So the focus time option, we can simply, tell the client we are unavailable or tell the other team member we are unavailable at this time and demonstrate times which we are readily available. So I'm unable to show this currently, but this is just like a Google Calendar or a Google Scheduler where you can see all the data. We can also have the option of, video calling through the ClickUp option or through Google Meet or Zoom. So this has a wide variety of options. So another important task is regarding teams. We can also follow up on our team members. We can see what each team member is doing in a particular team and what task he's been assigned to. So this is also important for any person from the management. We can see the analytics, the priorities, and any updates of a particular person and a team as a whole. So there are a number of smaller features in ClickUp 4.0. So a number of these, one more feature is the messaging feature. So if we go on any task, let me close this, we can simply write a message, please share an update, and we can schedule this update for later. So this might go out in 20 minutes, in 2 hours. It could go out tomorrow or next week. We can define the time. So let me put it 2 hours. So it's been sent. So you can see the schedule, and we can make updates if you want. We can see a list of messages which we've scheduled, and we can see drafts also, and the messages which has been sent out. I sent a few of these messages previously, so you can see the details. So yeah, these were some of the options of ClickUp 4.0. Thanks a lot.